One idea, that's all it took to spark the creation of the fastest growing company in human history. Not oil, not real estate, not crypto, just code. In less than 24 months, this company went from a small research team to a global empire, redefining how people work, learn, and even think. Investors called it the future of civilization. Critics called it a ticking time bomb. But one thing's certain, this single AI idea didn't just build a company, it rewired the world economy. We've seen technological revolutions before. Electricity, the internet, the smartphone, but none of them spread as fast as artificial intelligence. And among all the AI startups born in the past few years, one stands above the rest. A company that didn't need decades to scale? It needed only one viral breakthrough. One product so disruptive that the entire tech industry bent around it. This is the story of how one AI idea became the foundation of the fastest growing company in history, and how that company changed the rules of innovation forever. The spark that started it all. Every empire begins with a single spark, an idea that seems too crazy to work until it does. In this case, it all started with a mission. What if we could teach machines to think like humans? At first, it sounded like science fiction. Neural networks were still clumsy, algorithms still inconsistent. But a small team of engineers believed that the missing piece wasn't computing power or data. It was scale. If you could train an AI on enough information, books, code, conversations, and images, it could begin to replicate human reasoning itself. That belief led to the creation of the first large-scale language model, a system capable of writing essays, coding software, and holding conversations with eerie human-like precision. It wasn't just another tech tool, it was a new digital mind. And when this prototype was released to the public, the world stopped. The viral explosion. Within hours of launch, millions of users flooded the servers. People were using it to write novels, pass exams, build businesses, and even flirt online. The company didn't spend millions on marketing, the internet did it for them. TikTok videos showed people making money using the AI. YouTubers posted experiments. Schools debated banning it. Governments scrambled to regulate it. In just 5 days, the platform hit 1 million users, faster than Netflix, Instagram, or even the iPhone. The name became synonymous with the future. It wasn't just a tool, it was a movement. The business model that broke the internet. So what made this company explode while others barely survived? It wasn't just the technology, it was how they monetized it. Instead of charging users up front, they followed a freemium model. Anyone could try it for free, instantly. But if you wanted faster responses, more powerful models, or priority access, you'd have to subscribe. That decision changed everything. Because now millions of curious users became paying customers. Small businesses began automating their workflows. Startups built entire companies powered by the AI, and corporate giants paid millions for API access. The result? A startup with almost zero physical infrastructure started generating billions in annual recurring revenue in record time. Investors called it the most scalable business model ever invented. The race that followed. Once the numbers came out, chaos erupted in Silicon Valley. Every tech giant, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, rushed to create their own versions. Billions were poured into AI research overnight, but no one could catch up. The company had something others didn't: data. Every single user interaction fed the system, making it smarter by the second. The more people used it, the more powerful it became. This was the birth of the AI feedback loop, a system where success breeds intelligence and intelligence breeds more success. Competitors couldn't replicate that growth because they didn't have the same feedback mechanism. The company had become a self-learning, self-growing engine. And for investors, it was a dream come true. The economic shockwave. Then came the ripple effects. Freelancers started losing work to automation. Startups began scaling faster with smaller teams. Agencies used AI to create in hours what used to take weeks. Entire industries shifted overnight. from education and customer service to coding and design. But the biggest impact wasn't just technological, it was financial. This AI company didn't just disrupt markets, it created new ones. People were building side hustles using it, startups were reselling its services, and corporations were saving millions through automation. In a single year, it became the backbone of the new digital economy. Some called it the next Google. Others said it was bigger than the internet itself. The partnerships that cemented its power. But to truly dominate, the company needed scale beyond what a startup could handle. That's when one of the world's largest tech giants entered the scene. A multi-billion-dollar partnership that gave the company access to supercomputers, global infrastructure, and endless marketing reach. With this alliance, they accelerated development exponentially. Suddenly, their AI was everywhere, built into search engines, productivity tools, coding platforms, and mobile apps. It was no longer just a product, it was a platform, embedded into daily life. That's when it became clear this wasn't just the fastest growing startup in history, it was the beginning of a new technological empire. The human impact. But behind the record-breaking success, there was something deeper. For the first time in history, everyday people had access to intelligence once reserved for experts and corporations. A single person could build a business, write a book, or design a product with the help of AI. It was the great equalizer, giving the average individual superhuman capabilities. And yet, it also sparked a moral debate. If machines could think, create, and innovate, what's left for humans? That question divided industries. Some feared mass unemployment, others saw limitless opportunity, but one truth remained. The genie was out of the bottle. The future of AI-driven companies. Since that one idea took off, a new wave of AI startups has emerged, each trying to replicate the formula. Build a model, go viral, monetize through subscriptions or APIs. But very few succeed, because this company had one thing that can't be copied: timing. They launched at the perfect moment. The world was ready, the infrastructure existed, society was hungry for innovation. In short, they didn't just ride the AI wave, they created it. And as their valuations soared into the tens of billions, it became clear that this wasn't luck. It was vision. A vision to make intelligence itself a product. Lessons from the fastest growing company in history. So what can we learn from this story? Lesson 1. Timing beats talent. The same idea 5 years earlier would have failed, but in the right moment, it became unstoppable. Lesson 2. Simplicity wins. The product didn't need complex onboarding or flashy marketing. It was simple, accessible, and addictive. Lesson 3. Data is gold. The company's real power came from user feedback. Every question, every click, every prompt, it all trained the AI to become smarter. Lesson 4. Partnerships amplify power. By teaming up with a larger corporation, they gained infrastructure and influence faster than any startup could alone. Lesson 5. Democratize before you monetize. Giving people free access built trust, hype, and loyalty. Monetization came naturally once the value was undeniable. In the end, this company's story isn't just about technology, it's about vision. A vision that started with one question. What if intelligence was no longer limited to humans? That single idea built the fastest growing company in history. It redefined productivity, reshaped economies, and forever blurred the line between human and machine. And here's the truth, this is only the beginning. Because somewhere, right now, another small team is working on the next great AI idea. One that could make today's innovation look ancient tomorrow? The next fastest growing company in history might already exist. It just hasn't gone viral yet.